It's tool time. Again, let's check out the brand new Epiphone 1979 Adam Jones Les Paul Custom. There hasn't been a signature model that has ignited the guitar internet over the past few years more than the Adam Jones Silverburst Les Paul Custom. Maybe the Tom DeLonge Stratocaster, but hey, apples and oranges here. We're looking at two completely different kinds of guitar. As I mentioned, this is the Epiphone 1979 Adam Jones Les Paul Custom in that iconic Silverburst. Now, this is the latest iteration in the Adam Jones lineup. There's quite a few guitars that we've actually already covered as well. If you want to see a comparison between the Les Paul Standard, the Gibson one, and the Epiphone model, which is very similar to the one I've got on my lap today, do click the link above my head or in the description below. But what I'm going to go over is just this guitar today. Sorry, getting a bit too excited about this one, because this is basically the model that is based entirely on Adam Jones's model. Not to say that the previous Epiphone models didn't, but one of the big differences with this one is that all of those had these custom art pieces that Adam Jones particularly selected for them across the whole back, whereas this is a bit more of just a sort of, what you would expect to see him play. And I guess let's get the biggest thing that's changed out of the way first, and that is the inclusion with the Gibson open book headstock there, which I think you'll agree just gives this guitar just, a little bit extra sort of sauce going on there. I think certainly Epiphone fans and Gibson fans as well have been clamoring for this for years. To actually see them starting to pop up on guitars is super, super cool. So I'm going to dive into the specs of this guitar, play some sounds, let you hear how it sounds. If you want to check out either just the specs or the sounds, check the timeline just below and in the description for all the timestamps. But let's go very quickly through the specs of this guitar. So not a whole lot has changed, certainly if you are familiar with the other Epiphone Les Paul custom models. We've got a mahogany body, it's that super heavy Les Paul custom sort of weight as well you would expect. The Silverburst finished, as I mentioned. You've got the 3-ply binding there. Moving on to the neck as well, this is it's very traditionally 70s Les Paul as well. It's actually a 3-piece maple neck there. Has a little of a loop going up to the headstock. And again, we have the Gibson open book one there as well. Has an ebony board, 22 frets there, and the neck profile is the Adam Jones custom profile, which is not too thick. It's definitely not as rounded as you would expect from something like a 50s model or something like that. It's quite comfy, really, like if you're quite familiar with more modern, I guess, Les Paul customs like Epiphones and stuff like that, you're going to be really comfortable with this. It's also got the Seymour Duncan distortion in the bridge, and then a Gibson custom bucker in the neck, which is just reverse mounted there as well. It doesn't have the Peter Greeny, Kerhammett, Greeny, whatever you want to classify it as. It doesn't have that out of phase sound because it's actually just reverse mounted, more for an aesthetic sort of cool thing as well. And then classic Tune-o-matic bridge, the stock tail bar, and then the flat knobs on there as well with the little indicators, as the little metal indicators, if you can see there too. And I guess just another little feature which is really cool is it comes loaded with these kind of strap locks. They're not permanent ones that you obviously install into your strap into your guitar, but they do just have a little bit more purchase. And I guess for a Les Paul that may be kind of, a bit more angled on your body if you're playing it live, then this is a really welcome addition. So it does still follow the same sort of spec and ethos as the other models, but again, this one just going for that more sort of traditional look, I guess you can classify that really as, again, with that just plain black, well, it's got the teardrop Silverburst on the back there, and the headstock. Now, in our Gibson versus Epiphone Adam Jones look, I did check out the pickups and I went through them all on a clean signal to see exactly how they were sounding compared to each other. So if you do want to hear how this guitar sounds totally clean, check out that video there. I'm just going to run through some sounds on this. I'm going through a Neural DSP Quad Cortex for all the pedal sounds, and then we're going into our Supro Black Magic combo, and that's mic'd up with an SM57 and an SM27. I'm just going to do some riffing on this because this thing's super fun to play. So that's about as much as I wanted to show with the new Epiphone 1979 Adam Jones Les Paul Custom. I think this will be a huge deal, certainly for Tool fans who maybe didn't pull the trigger on any of the earlier models, or maybe somebody's just building up a mass collection of Silverburst Les Pauls, much the same as Adam Jones himself. But let us know what you think about this new addition to the lineup. Are you rushing out to check it out? You're going to add it to the rest of your collection of Silverburst? Do let us know in the comments and give us a like and give us a subscribe if you have liked the video at all below. But until next time, I've been Keiran, and this has been the Epiphone Adam Jones 1979 Les Paul Custom in Silverburst. Have a great day.